Hello and welcome back to live coverage of the Apex Gaming $20,000 Modern Invitational brought to you by TCGplayer.com. I'm Tandy, joined by Ross Merriam. Say hi, hi Ross. I almost said hi, Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Hi, Randy. We have 6 rounds in the books, which means we're entering into the last round of Swiss. Players after this round will be punching their ticket into the top 8. And Ross, why don't you give us a rundown of players who you think already might be there?
Well, we know our top three tables have already taken an intentional draw. That is our two players at 501, Don DeLozier and Cody Hill, and the top four players in terms of tiebreakers among the five that were 4-1. I can tell you those players are Garrett Widman on Team of Rhinos, Franklin Folks on Hardened Scales, Neptune Shu on Jeskai Control, and Amin Abadi on Mono White Hammer. That means the unfortunate pair down is for Ryan Hayes on Rakdos Scam. He's on table 4. And that's who we're going to start with. Todd, who's he playing against?
All right, Ryan Hayes on Rakdos Scam is going to be battling against the disgruntled elk himself, Travis Brown on Bonk Hammer Time. The Mono White Hammer deck, he won 2 SCG events in the last month and looking to hopefully squeak his way into the last couple
He
slots.
also won our most recent qualifier here
Yeah.
with Hammer
Yeah.
after going X2 in the Swiss and sneaking into the top 8.
All right, well, he is the X2 getting paired up to Ryan Hayes, so you have to imagine if he wins, the tiebreakers will be good enough to squeak in.
He is
There
a
are
likely winning in. Ryan is a guaranteed winning, and if he
Yeah.
wins, he'll be the #1 overall seed. So
Awesome.
this pair down could turn out to be a good thing for him.
Yeah, and so basically what's happening is we have 6 locks, and we have 3 matches vying for 2 slots, and we're going to head on down to the feature match area in just a moment and watch Ryan Hayes versus Travis Brown. Scam versus Mono White Hammer. This can be kind of a tougher matchup. I know the Scam deck, has Fury, Grief Scam, things like that, but mostly it's just a ton of removal.
Yeah, but Fury is a big one, but this is a matchup that Travis Brown has played a ton. He has a particular sideboard plan that works in the matchup. We'll see Solitude, we'll see Strict Proctor, so he has a little bit of a different build that helps him out in this matchup. And then also the recent addition of Forge Anew from Lord of the Rings is an excellent card in the matchup. Enchantments are difficult for the Rakdos deck to answer. You can return a Colossus Hammer that was either destroyed or discarded with the Thoughtseize or Grief. So those powerful enchantments are going to be key cards alongside Urza Saga and the good cyber cards.
Yeah, I think one of the big upgrades for Travis's mono white build actually is going to be Surge of Salvation, and this is actually what pushed them away from the blue white builds towards mono white because it makes the mana a little bit easier and it protects from a whole lot of stuff. Kind of think of it like God's Willing that stops Thoughtseize. It's pretty great.
It'll actually stop both sides of a Fury scam as well. So if Ryan goes for one of those, a single Surge of Salvation could be Travis Brown's salvation.
All right, well, the players are ready in the feature match area, so let's head on down and watch our last round of Swiss. We are in round number 7, and after this round, we will be going to top 8, where we'll be playing single elimination until we crown a champion. Our finals will be best of 5, and they'll be playing for $4,000 up top. We are underway. Turn 1 Ragavan for Ryan Hayes. We'll see if we have a check. Here's Giver of Runes. See if Ryan has a way to get it off the table.
I do see a Dothy Voidwalker, so Ryan may just offer the trade and then play his 2-drop.
We are going to take 2 from Blood Crypt, but we are going to be the aggressor here. Travis Brown's Mono White Hammer deck acting a lot like a combo deck here to get around all of the disruption.
When you can flip the script on the Hammer deck, it actually works out quite well. You don't give them time to generate a ton of value off of things like Urza Saga that you just see, and you make it hard for them to sort of set up a turn where they equip a Hammer or 2 or Hammer and Shadow Spear plus have protection for removal. So this early aggression, not typical of the matchup out of Rakdos, but definitely something that is valuable on Ryan Hayes' side.
All right, so Saga and no turn 2 play from Travis leads me to believe that we are going to be doing Saga things over the next few turns. If I'm Ryan, I'm trying to use all my mana, and he goes for Fable of the Mirror Breaker, the powerful 3-cost enchantment. And now we're going to go back Travis Brown's way.
Yeah, no threat on Travis's side, so Ryan says, let's press my advantage, get Fable onto the battlefield. Now we can generate more mana with the Goblin Shaman, maybe dig for key removal spells with the second chapter.
Okay, but more importantly than any of that, there are no griefs, there are no scam effects from Ryan. We're playing normal Rakdos mid-range strategy, creatures and removal spells. Here's a Forge Anew, but nothing to equip. We're going to go back Ryan Hayes' way.
We will be able to find a Colossus Hammer off the Urza Saga next turn. Could potentially animate Inkmoth, use Forge Anew to equip, and then use the extra mana to animate again to give it flying and attack for lethal. So Ryan is under the gun to some extent if Travis decides to just go for it.
All right, we pitch Grief and a second Dothy Voidwalker to Fable the Mirrorbreaker, looking for some scam elements. We're going to go for Grief here, pitching Thoughtseize. This leads me to believe that our other card is going to be one of those scam effects, and it looks like Not Dead After All is it. I see 2 copies of Pure Steel Paladin and the Surge of Salvation, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and use that Surge of Salvation to get both of the Pure Steel Paladins and leave just the protection spell. There's a big swing. Those creatures should be exiled, and Ryan does call it out. And now we're going to go back to Travis Brown, who is mostly on empty.
But if we float a mana off Urza Saga, find Colossus Hammer, play another Urza Saga, use use a colorless to activate the Inkmoth, then equip, use the other colorless from Saga to activate Inkmoth again to give it flying, then we still have Surge up. I don't think Ryan had a removal spell, so he was just like hoping that Travis didn't go for it. Unfortunately, he didn't find interaction even with the extra cards off the Fable. But leaving Travis with the Surge made it obvious that Ryan didn't have anything, and made the bluff very easy to call from Travis's side.
Very quick game 1 for Travis Brown, thanks to Forge Anew and the quick equip. As the players move to their sideboards, they're going to look and see how they can improve their matchup. And Ross is going to look right along with them. Ross, give me your expert analysis. How's Ryan Hayes' scam deck attack this mono-white bonker deck from Travis?
A lot of options in Ryan's sideboard. He has 2 copies of Bone Crusher Giant, 1 Kolaghan's Command, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Engineered Explosives, 2 Chalice of the Void, 3 Leyline of the Void, and 3 Blood Moon. I really like Kolaghan's Command and the Fatal Pushes and the Engineered Explosives. Those 5 are excellent. Bone Crusher Giant is seemingly good against aggressive decks, but a 2-mana removal spell in this matchup might not be what you're looking for. I think that one might stay in the sideboard. Chalice of the Void is interesting, but I don't like turning off my 1-mana spells, so I think that one stays in the sideboard as well. Leyline does not have any functionality or minimal functionality in the matchup. The interesting one is Blood Moon. Do you want Blood Moon to turn off Urza Saga and Inkmoth Nexus?
Maybe. I really like Blood Moon specifically to kill Saga, but for Inkmoth Nexus, that one obviously did kill him there, but, you know, usually have enough lightning bolts and things to deal with it, but those lands can be problematic.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Ryan brings those in. I doubt all 3 come in. I could see 1, maybe 2 if we have space, but that's the real sort of questionable one for me. I could go either way on it.
All right, on the other side of the table, Travis Brown's mono-white hammer deck. He did win game number 1, so he's going to be on the draw. How does he approach this scam matchup from that position?
Travis has 4 copies of Solitude, 2 Drannith Magistrate, 4 Strict Proctor, 2 Mana Tithe, and 3 Cursed Totem. The Solitudes are here for this matchup in particular, so those are definitely coming in. I'm not sure on the Strict Proctors. They do help stop some of the scam stuff, but they're a little slow for that. Being a 2-mana card, you normally see the Fury and Grief scammed on turn 1 or 2 from the Rakdos side, so it might just be 4 Solitudes in and 4 bad cards out, whatever cards you think are worst in the matchup. So, but Solitude will definitely be coming in for Travis Brown.
All right, as these players shuffle up here for game number 2, I'd like to take a moment and thank some of our sponsors. Ultimate Guard, top of the line TCG products from the Katana sleeves to the Archive deck box. Make sure to ask your local game store today for Ultimate Guard products. And if they don't have them, ask them why. Say, I'll buy them.
Right.
Thank you so much to Moxfield.com. Moxfield's a new deck building website you can use to archive and share your list from all the formats that you like to play with your friends on social media or Discord. Moxfield.com is a website I've been using on my own stream for the last few days, and it's quite nice. I like it a bunch. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring today's events. Thank you to Wings Etc. Grill and Pub for keeping us fed and happy on these long tournament weekends. It's a great place for large gatherings of friends and family alike, and I'm sure we're going to have a big group there this evening celebrating the eventual winner, which might be one of these 2 players, Disgruntled Elk Travis Brown on your right and Ryan Hayes is, on your left.
Okay, players taking a little time to shuffle, talking back and forth. These players know each other well, 2 stalwarts of the Apex Gaming series. And both players looking to make it into the elimination rounds and start getting into those big numbers in our $20,000 prize support structure.
Yeah, the winner of this match likely locks up $600 at the bare minimum. First place prize, though, that's where you want to be. That's $4,000 and the 2023 Apex Season 3 Invitational Championship Trophy. You'll also win, and if you make top 8, you will receive the Ragavan top 8 playmat, and the winner will get a special edition champion Ragavan playmat.
Okay, let's draw some hands. Let's play some Magic.
All right. Player's going to draw their opening 7. That was the quickest game 1 we've had all day. Now we're going to take a look at our openers. Travis Brown's hand looks nice, and I think I see a Manatides over there. That one might be a disaster for Ryan. He doesn't see it coming.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Manatides came in. That's a 2 of on the sideboard, and Ryan does bring in the Bone Crusher Giant, so he's going hard on removal here.
Yeah. Any interaction is good interaction. That's what I always say against Infect-style decks. Here's a turn 1 Ragavan. Ryan Hayes with that aggressive drop here. He used it last game to just trade straight up with a Giver of Runes, I believe, and maybe that's the same thing that's going to happen this game if Travis Brown has a 1-drop, but if not, Ragavan might run wild. Ooh, no defense.
Yeah, another slow start for Travis. Does have a Solitude if he wants to use that to answer this monkey.
All right, here's Pitch Solitude coming right up. Let's see what he wants to discard.
Got to figure this out before you just declare the Solitude. Come on.
I mean, you say that, but if you say, thinking, right? Oh, here's Manatides on Thoughtseize. That's actually one of the least devastating Manatides I've ever seen, but no second land for Ryan Hayes, really banking on that Ragavan to get in there and gain some treasures, probably.
Yeah, not a lot of answers to Ragavan in the Mono White Hammer deck, but the Solitude's out of the sideboard from Travis Brown, proving clutch.
Okay, so Hayes here does find land number 2. Finally, this is turn 3. Let's see if he has a 2-drop to deploy, or if he wants to just use something like Stomp on Bone Crusher Giant to kill the next play from Travis Brown. No, I see a Fury over there, but looks pretty weak in the face of Sigarda's Aid and Saga, and Travis Brown not exposing any of his creatures to that Fury. Ryan says, I got to put some pressure on you. We're going to go for the Fury scam. Here's an 8/8.
Okay, getting aggressive. Yeah, it's unlikely that Fury was going to be killing creatures anytime soon because of the Urza Saga. But now that Ryan goes for it, Travis feels okay to go for a Stoneforge Mystic. Now has the hammer up with Sigarda's Aid. Does he go for it now? Probably not.
I think so. He plays around Bolt, or doesn't play around Bolt, excuse me.
Next turn, you're getting another hammer potentially with the Urza Saga, so you can force the action from Ryan if he has red removal.
Okay, Ryan with a very quick attack here for 8. Travis Brown soaks it.
Yeah. Travis did have a Surge of Salvation, but that's the card that got exiled to the Solitude, so I don't think there's protection yet. Ooh, I also see a Calder Complete in hand for Travis Brown. Had that one already wrapped up, so that's going to be a surprise for Ryan Hayes, and I don't know, this game seems tough for him.
Yeah, so Travis is actually searching through his deck right now. I kind of would have liked to see him with that chapter on the stack actually activate the Stoneforge Mystic for the indestructible Cauldron Complete, and then we can suit it up with whatever we get off of the Urza Saga. But now it looks like we're going to have to kind of shove in on the Stoneforge Mystic, and if that's the case, Ryan could have just something like Fatal Push to take it out.
Oh, doesn't look like he has any red removal for it. We did see there was a Stomp in
He
here.
has Stomp, so I think he has black removal, and he's just saying, I'm going to wait for you to play your second hammer because my black removal spell is going to deal with it.
Yeah, it could also be something like Colligan's Command out.
Oh, no, he just knows that if he goes for Bone Crusher, he just dies immediately because there's a hammer in hand and the one on that he found. So.
Yeah.
All right, so we do equip the hammer. And instead of attacking, we just put in the Cauldron, but now this is a 5/5, and then the hammer from hand is going to be 15, and that's going to do it. Let me count the ways you're dead, says Travis Brown.
Yeah. And Ryan knows about the hammer in hand. That's what was found. That's what was found off the Stoneforge Mystic.
Doesn't go for the kill. Has hammer plus a blocker. Interesting. Maybe says if Ryan has a way to get this token off the table, I die because I tap my Inkmoth Nexus, but now we have a chance to block, and we're under no real pressure if we hold back, huh?
Yeah.
Here's Ragavan. Here we go. Okay, how does Travis Brown want to approach now? Do we end of turn play the hammer? Looks like we're gonna. Putting on the Cauldra. This is a big boy. We have Pure Steel Paladin to move the other one.
And attack you for 25 trample.
Indestructible. What's it got? First strike, trample, indestructible, haste, and when this creature deals damage to a creature, exile that creature. Here we go.
Ryan just unable to muster really any removal in these games.
Here we go. Bonk! 25. We can block some of it, but not enough. Ryan Hayes is defeated. He's going to move to 5-2, but his hopes at top 8 are not dashed just yet. We're going to have 2 players out of these 6 vying for those last 2 slots, and he could be one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, we will add now that that Ryan lost. It means we'll have 6 players at 4-1, 5-1-1 or better. So 2 players at 5-2 going to make it in.